Hello. Hello. Hey. How's everybody doing? There are people out there? Hello. Yellow. Okay, so today, for this Wednesday, I'm going to be playing through Monster Prom. It's sort of a dating sim, kind of. It's like a life sim, dating sim. It's got funny dialogue. Yeah. Drinky. Okay. So I'm going to start it up right now. Okay, so before this stream I did a little test run of the quickest game mode just to see how well this would go. Man, very funny dialogue. This is it doesn't like depict sex, but the characters talk about sex a lot, so heads up about that. Right, so let's play a game. This first time around, we're just going to go around to events, and we're not really going to care about dating anyone or taking anybody to the prom. We're just going to be ourselves, hang around, and encounter events. Let's get to it. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I'm going to be... Let me use the last me.
Let's go.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart. Liam Delinecourt, 400 something, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Ollie Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. Damn. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start.
Which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane?
An ATM. Sugar baby life, here I come.
A human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory, as was clearly intended by God.
A dildo, duh. We're going to go for the dictionary entry. If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? A human being, because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one.
A swan? They're classy. Plus it reminds me of that myth of Lita and the Swan, so at least by bestiality standards it has a certain chic appeal.
Great white shark. If I have to fuck an animal, let's at least make it a story worth telling. Right. Going with the shark. What criteria would you use to name your children? No name is just too much work. Just a swear word. A non-heteronormative name to give them freedom to define themselves on their own terms. My name plus 2, the second. Something simple and friendly, like Bobby or Mary. I will research for a name that is pun-proof and joke-proof. No one will pick on them. I'm going to name them a swear word.
Let's go.
Let's start by going to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain plus 2 smarts. Later, you're minding your own business, which soon proves to be difficult when you notice Damien and Scott in the vicinity of the middle of some hot, sweaty arm wrestling. Unfortunately, you can't enjoy it very long, since stupid strong Scott beats Damien in no time. But it seems you're not the only one mad at the outcome of this situation.
This is so unfair! That one didn't count, Scott. We should arm wrestle, but with guns.
But bro, I've got these 2 guns already. By guns, I mean my big arm muscles. Which, just to be clear, are not real guns. But still.
Shut up, I will murder you! No, no, no! Arm wrestling proves nothing!
Going into Skeletor form.
To see who's the very best, we should scream at a huge rock until it breaks, just because of our pure rage and awesomeness. Or we should subdue a tiger with just a scary and manly look.
Bro, now you're just quoting stuff from yesterday's episode of Ultimate Warriors of Mount Awesome. Face it, bro, I'm the Ultimate Warrior.
No! Arm wrestling doesn't mean shit.
Hey, noob.
Hey, you! Not because arm wrestling isn't going my way, but I've just decided you should settle this tie by proposing a way to decide who the real Ultimate Warrior is around here.
I happen to be a registered Ultimate Warrior judge, and I always carry this 10-step Ultimate test with me, which coincidentally will require both of you to do whatever I say with no complaints, like Real ultimate good boys. Who's ready to follow my lead? Whoever can punch the sun in the face. Who's that? Whoa, bro, what a sweet coincidence. I am the goodest of the good boys. I'm gonna win in no time. But only if you order me to win. Wink.
Skirt! This idiot is just trying to fool us into doing all kinds of menial tasks for them.
Oh, no, wait. You are trying to fool me into not doing the thing so you can become the ultimate warrior of Mount Awesome. Oh, Damien, you smart genius. Well, you waste your time trying to fool me into thinking Noemi's trying to fool me. I'll be starting the first task, doing Noemi's laundry. Get my lips working. See you later, or don't, in case I can't see you when I'm really, really high on the top of Mount Awesome. Bye, bro.
Okay, fine, fuck it! Give me that stupid list! Doing Noemi's science homework? Sure! I hope you like your homework extra hot! See ya!
Well, fooling your friends and potential love prospects into doing the shit you don't want to do is far from right. But look on the bright side. Now you have more spare time to try to romance them. Scott ends up being the goodest good boy, and you bond with him a lot, even if through fooling him. But what a lovable, innocent fool he is. As for Damien, you would have preferred not to learn what extra hot meant when it comes to homework. In any case, you gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's go.
Is somewhere random. Look with these guys. No sooner have you sat down at Damien and Miranda's table than a haunting melody fills the air. It is a melody of cold northern peaks, of cloying sweetness, of a supple bovine teat. The song of
The ice cream withered. He's here! He's here! I'm gonna eat so much ice cream and then puke on someone I don't like! Oh goodness. The ice cream withered only comes but once per solstice, during the hour of the ascendant pancake.
You see an old dude in a floppy blue hat pushing a refrigerated cart with "This shit magic" painted on the side.
Ugh! So many great options to choose! Should I get a magma bar? Rain destroyer? Chocolate boomstick? What about fear of death? A frozen cobra? Berserker berry blitz? The withered's frozen treats invariably turn me into a frog for some reason. Perhaps I simply have not tried the right one yet. But which to try? If only someone would suggest a solution to what is clearly the most difficult problem I have ever faced.
Try those sugar-blasted Prince lips. Eat him up and take all his ice cream.
But of course, I always have to find a prince to kiss me out of being a frog. Why not cut out the middleman? Prince lips? Gross! I've already got a pair of those attached to my face! What? Where? Here! Where my mouth is! Wait, Damien, you're a prince? But you hide it so well. Gee! Thanks!
But Miranda's not paying attention. She's already traded the ice cream wizard several gold ingots for a pair of sugar-basted Prince lips.
Oh my, I can taste the enchantment already.
Miranda finishes the Prince lips in 3 graphic smooches. Afterwards, her lips are pretty cold, and she invites you to help warm them up. Today, gonna hang out in the bathroom, the toilet. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot Scott and Miranda staring intently at a picture of a seahorse. This looks like a killer seahorse, Miri. What are you so worried about?
Well, you see, one of my daddy's subjects gave me this horse as a gift. And, well, you've heard what they say, haven't you? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
What? Who are they? Why did they say that? What's in there?
I don't know. That is why I'm so distraught. I am terrified that I will accidentally look this gift horse's mouth and see...
See what? A gross butt? Another tinier horse? A world without sports?
Yuck.
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
Oh, come on, Miri, you gotta find out. You gotta find out for, what's that thing Miss Ferratu is always talking about?
Science?
Yeah, for science. You gotta, right?
You realize Scott's looking to you for your opinion.
They both are. What do you think Miranda should do? Don't you ever look that gift horse in the mouth. In fact, breed it with the sea urchins to produce gift horses with tiny mouths. Or, look that gift horse right in its damn mouth. They only say not to because they don't want you to be finding all the delicious mouth candy. We're gonna go with this. Miranda is clearly pleased by your suggestion. When you run into her the next day, all her previous anxiety seems to have gone.
My night.
I took your marvelous suggestion to the logical next level. I had my father's genetic wizards combine my gift horse with a sea urchin. Whatever horrible thing was lurking beneath those horse lips, they're now too tiny for me to see it. The horse is a little bit spiny now, but I think that just adds to its charm. It's so cute! I can tell he loved it because of the deeply pained expression in his tiny, watery eyes.
That worked so well, you wonder why you don't solve all your problems with genetic manipulation. You gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts.
Let's go.
We're gonna hang out in the library. That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. After, you're eavesdropping on Miranda and Polly, waiting for the perfect moment to mention your influx of Insta followers when...
Greetings, my loves.
Never fear, my ladies. You need not fight over me.
Him again? As royalty myself, I must say that even I find him to be, what's the term you used, Polina?
Extra as fuck. Friendship between two beautiful maidens shouldn't be soured over one as handsome, rich, and humble as I. But worry not, my sweet summer salads. I have found the perfect solution to protect your feeble hearts. You shall both marry me. I've dealt with male entitlement before, but this is official next level. Yes, an interdimensional level, as our collective wedding will be as well.
Lame.
Yeah, not interested.
What a
You
commoner.
are hardly the first prince to seek my royal hand in courtship, and I don't see that you're bringing much to the table.
interdimensional table, and I am the definition of marriage material. You'll never find a better suitor. I have a castle. I can defeat anyone at anything. I'll show you. I'll fight them. Is the interdimensional prince pointing directly at you? Why is your life like this? It can defeat you at any challenge. Name your weapon and prepare to lose. Miranda and Polly are watching you closely. Maybe you can skew the prince's challenge to really impress one of them. You know what would be wild? Naked fencing with live weasels instead of swords. As a royal, you must fancy yourself pretty clever, so let's see you win at losing. Going with the naked fencing. Very well. If that is what you wish, then so be it. Both you and the prince quickly undress, thus giving your respective weasels ample fleshy targets. Oh my.
Classic.
Damn, this is a great challenge. Fuck, you may have underestimated exactly what was going on underneath those sparkly space clothes.
I must depart.
I believe it may be best for me to go now and ask my father how he feels about polygamous marriages for his daughters. Yeah, totally go definitely do that and let me know what he says.
We tried.
Normally, I don't know if I'd be willing to spend the rest of my life with you, Miri, but for that... The interdimensional prince proudly strikes a pose and you want to die. Curse his chiseled form. You lose, -2 charm and -1 fun. Damn, that interdimensional prince, man.
Let's go.
Gonna sit with these guys, I haven't interacted with them much. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Spooky High. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose, but it's always ethically sourced, organic, free-range, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud with every single animal I eat. I make sure to eat all of them first and ensure I'm devouring only the ones I hate the most. Makes it extra tasty. Well then, surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't home cruelty better anyway? You may actually have a point there, and if I get my hand on the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain. And I bet there's a way to make money off this too. Hang on. Somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interests here. Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward? Or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. The animals you kill may lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting their spirits go to waste as the byproduct of the meat industry, let's serve their eternal souls as a side dish. Liam, animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wanted to increase their pain, the best we can do is teach them the concept of death.
so they really fear their fate. Let's educate cattle on metaphysics. Let's teach cows metaphysics. Well, I can't condone animal cruelty, but I wholeheartedly support animal education. I do like animals, but their literacy is my fourth least favorite thing about them. Right between their poor taste in fashion and simplistic views on German cinema. It's not the worst idea you've ever had. Although, face it, Naomi, you are known for having pretty terrible ideas about 50% of the time. I don't really see building an empire out of private schools for cattle, but with my business acumen, I guess it's possible. And I can rest secure in the knowledge that I'm solving the bovine education crisis. Helping Liam help cows is like helping you help Liam choose you to go to prom with. Or something.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Let's go.
Get to the light, baby.
Hey,
There's a
stranger.
shop there. So what have we got here? A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you read it. A corpse. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It's not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. A penguin mask. A fake badass tattoo. A sexy fake Latin accent. Some impractical yet kinda funny glasses. A bag of regular cocaine. It's just literally cocaine, that's all it is. A blanket with 2 holes. The gift that keeps on giving. A PR agent. A tampon used by the former prom queen. What? Okay. Yeah, I like how my model bugs out every time I drink less water. A motivational poster. Is that Bob Ross? Is that Bob Ross on there? Okay, so what we're gonna get is this blanket with 2 holes. It's gonna lead to an event down the line.
Gator.
We'll see what happens with that.
Let's go.
Let's do outdoors today. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You spot Miranda and Scott in the vicinity. It seems like the perfect opportunity to test your new blankets. You wear it as if you were a goofy ghost and approach them with a spooky boo while Miranda is explaining something to Scott.
And that's why these treacherous air people are the absolute worst, and also most likely tied to the disappearance of Mars Argo. Oh, what's this? A ghost? Perhaps a foreign exchange student?
What are you talking about? Oh, gasp! I didn't see you there. So ghostly.
You guys are joking, right? This is clearly just Normie wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it. Jealousy is a powerful drug, Liam. Do not become addicted.
Yeah, Liam. You don't see anyone saying, "Oh, Liam is really just Noemi wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it."
Exactly, Liam. even despite the many times we suspected it was so. What? Oh, sorry, little ghost. We were ignoring you.
That's true. Tell us, do you have any cool ghost powers?
Oh, yes. Divulge, divulge.
Basic ghost knowledge. Ghost's main power is levitating stuff. Ultimate ghost prank. Haunt someone into despair. Despair. You spot a victim for your prank. The Coven. You start running in their direction while screaming your best boo to date.
What's this? Maybe it's a minion of Queen Helena. Rumors say she's preparing to be the big bad of next season. Stop booing at us. It's hard enough as is to save the world on a daily basis. We don't need people here undermining our morale. Stop booing. This score is unbelievable. Ah!
They go running, looking for a place to recover from all the booing and undermining. Oh no! What have we done?
We made them miserable by forcing our little ghost friend to haunt them with its ghost powers.
You do realize they just ran at them while booing, right?
The only thing I realize is that too much ghost power in our hands has made us evil.
We've got no time to lose. We need to start living lives of good deeds so we can be forgiven for this.
You're right, Scott. Maybe in 10 or 20 years we can be redeemed for this moment of weakness.
At least you've led Miranda and Scott onto a path of goodness. Nah, this has been a failure for sure. You lose 2 smarts and 1 fun.
Let's go.
What is this? You find the Slayer sitting alone at a table. Is she even a student or what?
This isn't possible.
Wait, you're choosing to sit with me? For some reason, no one ever intentionally sits next to me. I usually have to ambush them and threaten to kill them. I wonder why. It's a mystery. Anyway, I'm really happy I'm flattered that, actually, wouldn't give a shit about you under normal circumstances, but today I'm on a quest. Yeah, that's right, I'm not emotionally vulnerable. I'm just on a quest to slay the werewolf of Wall Street, and I need a monster sidekick. You're going to help me, obviously. I just need to know what your class is. Are you a fighter, a mage, a cleric? Out with it. Oh, you're something much better. You're a... party smith? Gun haver. I'm a party smith. A party smith? How is being able to craft a wicked party from nothing going to help me slay the werewolf of Wall Street? Oh well, I already committed to bringing you along. I suppose you can be my scrappy comic relief. Clearly, the Slayer is uninitiated in the mysteries of the party smith. He set out to prove her wrong. By organizing a party so baller that only a fool would miss it, you managed to lure the werewolf of Wall Street out in the open. But what he doesn't know is that the guest list for your party included... basically just a fuck ton of knives and wolfsbane. The wolf dies how he lived, high as balls on cocaine. Alright, well that was probably a fluke, but I'll hit you up if we do a sequel or a spin-off. And, let me know if you want to sit with me at lunch again. You probably won't, but who knows? The world is a crazy place. For your top-notch party smithing, you gain +4 fun.
Let's go.
Go to the auditorium. On that day, while rehearsing for the class play, It's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you see that Polly is even more excited than usual, and you decide to see what's going on.
Hi.
You know, I've been doing a lot of soul searching recently. Get it? And I think I finally figured it out. Who I really am, I mean. My soul emoji. The emoji that speaks the truth of my soul. I think a lot of people would say I'm like the winking ghost emoji or the Paola emoji, but those are just who I am on the outside, you know? My real soul emoji is pink heart with a blue arrow through it. It's like I'm sweet, right? But I've also got a dark side. Plus an arrow through the heart is how I was killed. What about you? What's your soul emoji?
My soul emoji is pink heart with a ribbon around it, because it's right next to yours in the selection menu. My soul emoji is air horn, loud and proud and big into hip hop. Brr, 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 brr. Hell yeah.
Awesome, Boo.
Air horn? That's a great choice. Man, I love when I'm listening to a sick pop song and all of a sudden, air horn, air horn, air horn. It really keeps the party going. We should hang out more. If you're anything like an air horn, I bet you never get annoying.
Yeah, you're air horn funny, which is a good thing. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm.
Let's go.
Let's go. Going to the gym, get some gains. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Then you realize you're feeling like going full ghost with your blanket again. You're observing your surroundings when you spot Miranda and Damien. You're about to get closer when suddenly...
Greetings, my loves.
Greetings, beautiful high schoolers. It is I, the interdimensional prince. I'm here to rescue you from your mundane existence. Just sign these marriage papers.
Not this guy again.
Look.
Whoa!
Gasp! An underworld specter? This again.
What again? Liam, this is clearly a kick-ass powerful ghost. Look at its face, so deadpan. No expression at all.
That's because it's not a face, it's a sheet with 2 holes cut in it.
Man, I wish my face had 2 holes cut in it. That would be fucking metal.
No, listen, it's not a face, it's...
Ghost friend, Hopeth, famous from this interdimensional crepe. Yeah, do something. Something ghostly!
Boo! Throw a rock at the interdimensional prince. Should I just like fucking throw a rock at him? I'm gonna throw a fucking rock at him. Ouch! That was rude!
So, that was your plan? Throw a rock at him. And now what? That wasn't chivalrous or ghostly. I'm rather disappointed. Violence is cruel, but vanilla violence is lame as fuck. If you were gonna throw something at him, throw an angry panther at him. Or a, super rock. Whatever that is. I expect a better performance from people who intend to save me. Whoa, everyone's a critic now. What a lame ghost you are! They are not a ghost. You lead the four of them to solve their own tricky, non-consensual abduction situation, while you reflect on your ghost skills. Could it be that you're not a good ghost? You thought that wearing a blanket with 2 holes cut in it was enough. Now you use 2 smarts and 1 creativity. We are a bad ghost. Throwing rocks? That's not the ghost way, man.
Let's go.
Boop, 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 boop. Look at this dude. You're desperately trying to enjoy your meal in peace, but Coach insists on striking up a conversation.
Hi, my beloved student.
Hey there, bud. What you drinking? What? Milk? That's it. That's hardly a drink at all. Everyone knows the drink is the backbone of a balanced lunch. And what would we be without backbones? I don't know. My doctor yells at me whenever I try to find out. But enough about me. Let's get you juiced. You can have sports sauce or muscle juice. Which will it be?
Both. Or whiskey. Whiskey.
I don't remember offering you any whiskey. But you chose it, so I must have offered it to you. Otherwise, why would you have chosen it?
Youth is a gift.
Oh well, guess I just got to go out and buy you a case of whiskey. Coach marches off to illegally purchase a whole bunch of alcohol on your behalf. When all your classmates realize they can get Coach to buy them booze just by asking, you become the coolest kid in school. You gain +4 fun.
Let's go.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Do this at home.
We'll hang out outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom sequel, Monster Middle School. Prequel, rather. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. You see Polly looking unusually depressed. She's usually on hella good drugs at this time of day. You ask what's up. I'm gonna live forever. I was yelling that at a party last night because they were playing that cheesy Fame song. You know, the one, how it was called? Oh yes, I'm gonna live forever, duh. But then I realized it's like literally actually true. And forever is like a really, really, really long time, you know? What if I run out of stuff to do? What if aliens take over and they ban partying? What if the Earth blows up and I have to live in space with dumb, boring space animals?
Ugh.
I get bored when the bus takes an extra 10 minutes to arrive. How am I ever gonna stay hyped for eternity? You don't have to. Whenever you get tired of existing, just go piss off a priest. Math. I am not going to encourage a ghost to go on hard drugs. I'm sorry.
Yay!
Damn! What a dope way to go out. They'll be all like, she died the way she lived, as an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. Man, I got so many cool ideas for how to piss off a priest. Dip all the little crackers in LSD. Pour jizz in the holy water. Write a translation of the Bible, but way pornier. Oh man, I'm gonna stay entertained for years just thinking up new ways to make a holy dude mad. Thanks. It's a good day to be you, and a bad day to be a priest. You gain +2 boldness and +1 creativity. Bing bong, bing bong.
Let's go.
Let's go into class. That day, you are astonished by the new stuff you learn in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class could actually be useful? What a nice surprise. You gain +1 valuable lesson. Good luck trying to use that in this game. And +2 smarts. You're hanging out with Polly afterwards, and she's about to show you her latest dumb tattoo, when suddenly...
Greetings, my love.
Never fear, my lady. I will save you from this lascivious cretin. Ugh, it's the interdimensional prince. He's apparently here to block your metaphorical cock.
Whoa.
Whoa, you're so sparkly. Are those tearaway pants? Sadly, they are not, my queen. My fashion sense does not operate on the same ethereal plane as your own. Well, I am persistently on fleek. I died on fleek, and so am cursed to roam the earth forever, eternally on fleek. It is this exact on fleekness which I seek. For, you see, madame, I am in need of a fashionista such as yourself to plan the ultimate wedding. Ours.
Whoa.
Ours? This could be bad. You know Polly's not above getting married as a one-off joke. You've got to stop this madness. Throw a party so dope Polly doesn't want to travel to another dimension. Party with sex lasers. Or marry the prince yourself right now. I'm too young to get married. Gonna do the sex lasers. You steal the sex lasers from your school's highly controversial physics lab and get the party started. Great Zorblins of Gorlaxia! I did not know you had such sick parties in this dimension.
It's party time.
Yeah, boy. This school is nationally ranked in the field of particle physics. I don't know what kind of snooty soirees you've got over there in the snooze dimension, but here at Spooky High School, we have sex with coherent lies. I am truly humbled by the heartiness of your party. I shall return to my dimension and lament the fact that it is a total party wasteland. You don't even notice the prince leaving because you're too busy humping a laser. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun. Bing bong, bing bong.
Let's go.
Hang out with the Slayer again. You're taking a break from socializing to eat your lunch when someone punches you in the knee. It's the Slayer, and she's hiding under your table.
Prepare to die.
It's knee pain, freak. Now I'm going to punch your other... Ow!
You just threw your apple at her. Finally, a use for that rid delicious. You defeated the Slayer. She flees, leaving 2 choice pieces of loot behind. The loot flashes rapidly, getting ready to disappear, almost as if you're in some kind of video game? No time to contemplate the nature of existence. Pick some loot before it's all gone. Garlic, rice, and holy water. One monster's weakness is another monster's dinner. Or a gun that shoots steaks with each shit burned into the side of them. We gotta get that. You scoop up the sweet-ass gun and go about your day. Obviously, you're not going to use it to kill any of your classmates. You're a monster, not a monster. But later, in biology class, the teacher calls on you without warning. You panic because who has time to do the reading when you're trying to smoosh your classmates? But your panic turns to self-assurance when you hear the teacher's question, "What do flies do?" Rather than responding with lame-ass spoken words, you respond by firing a wooden stake straight into the chalkboard. "Eat shit!" exclaimed the teacher. "Why, that's exactly right! Congratulations!" You meant to shoot the teacher, but hey, whatever works. You gain +4 boldness.
Let's go.
Let's go. Head into the bathrooms. That day you skip class, intending to spend the term in the bathrooms. But you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the Monster Scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained +2 boldness. Later, you see Polly floating around, her ghostly glow less ghastly than usual. "Oh, hey, Naomi. I'm just hovering a little low today. Everyone seems so hyped about love, and I love being hyped, but I'm not really sure how this love thing works, you know? I thought I was in love once. I met a beautiful girl at a party, and I felt this strange magic. My temperature rose. I felt even floatier than usual. Everything was so bright and beautiful. I was ecstatic. But then I remembered that I had taken literal ecstasy, so it was probably just that. Classic mistake, am I right? I've had some pretty good highs, but they say being in love is the greatest high of all. Next time I'm on a date with someone, what can I do to fall in love? Or float in love, since gravity doesn't actually affect me. Oh, you don't want Polly to float in love with another person, but you like Polly just too much to not help her, despite the consequences. Scientifically speaking, people fall in love faster when afraid. Do something fun with them, like getting stabbed. Stare deeply into their eyes for 14 hours. Going with the stabbing. OMG, great point. I love science. I mean, I don't, but I love it when it gets me drugs or gets me laid. Loved, not laid, loved, in love. With that, Polly disappears, literally, to begin her quest for the terror that is love. She catches up to you a few days later. Hey, so I went on a Tinder date the other night with this super cute humanoid, and I took him to a getting stabbed party, just like you suggested. It was awesome. He was so terrified. It was like each time a knife entered him, he got more scared and more in love with me. Then the date continued because he bled out and died and became a ghost, so we had even more in common. Like, I'm over it now, obviously, but I'm pretty sure I was in love for 15 whole minutes. Next time, I'm gonna try to work my way up to 25. Polly, in love for 25 minutes? Maybe the next time it'll be with you. Maybe you'll even make it to 50 minutes, or eternity. Either way, you've opened up Polly's heart, metaphorically, to love, and gained +2 charm and +1 smarts in the process.
Let's go.
To the library. That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which is not a stat in the game, so who cares, and you gain +2 money. In the course of your activities, you come across Vera and Polly hatching yet another scheme. You sneak a little closer so you can eavesdrop.
Hi.
Listen, this has been a fruitful partnership so far in terms of making people look like imbeciles. But I think it's time we monetize. Sick burns don't buy fresh outfits. Yeah, fine, whatever. I guess I could use some new things or whatever. But like, I don't want to stop making people look dumb just so we can make money. I don't want to sell out. Personally, I can't wait to sell out, but you have a point. We can't sacrifice our brand. The question, of course, is how do we do both? Yeah, how do we get rich off yanking people's chains? Ugh, careful with your choice of words, Polly. What? Chains are a big thing for ghosts. Of course. They don't seem to have any immediate ideas. Maybe you can offer them a solution. Why don't you make a phony workout craze? It worked for Frank Pilates, the inventor of Pilates. Oh man, do I have a great prank for you. I call it stealing. Let's encourage these young women to steal. Stealing. I like where your head's at, but it could use a catchier name. What about humping? Humping is already a thing. Yeah, but it's awesome. Fair point, but we need something classier. Something that says this is cool and also legal. Ooh, theft. Warmer. Oh, what about finance? That's already a thing. Fine. How about ambush finance? Oh yes, that's hot. You leave them to discuss whether they can trademark stealing. Meanwhile, you gain +2 creativity and +1 boldness.
Let's go.
Sit with the party. You find Scott and Damien shoveling hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on.
Always believe in yourself.
Go boys, go! Munch your way to victory! There is no truer sport than an eating contest. Thanks, Coach! So lovely is! Looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step in and tip the balance. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks, slather Damien's dogs in holy ketchup. I don't know, both of these seem like they would be funny. I'm gonna go with the ketchup. You pull out your bottle of Brother Caliente Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost pepper ketchup and dump it on Damien's dogs.
Yeah! Finally, a sauce hot enough for... Oh, fuck! My soul is melting!
Always embrace youth.
Power through, Damien. The heat you're feeling is just the fires of determination.
No fire I can handle. This ketchup is fucking consecrated. I'm having an allergic reaction.
Allergic reactions are just weakness leaving the body, Damien. Keep it up.
I'm out.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong and dangerous advice, Coach. I quit.
Good job.
Well, I guess that makes Scott the winner. Congratulations, Scott. Hey!
Hooray!
Hooray! I love winning!
Great! Hooray! Now will someone take me to the nurse's office?
Hooray! I love helping!
Scott rushes off carrying Damien's smoking body, and you rush just a little closer to Scott's heart.
Let's go.
Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. We're going outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until... I think we've seen this before. He asks you to teach him the groovy musica. No time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the groovy musica all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. You could start doing something productive, or you could put on your blanket and get up to some good old ghost shenanigans. You're looking for someone, but you run into the person that might finally see through your ghostly deception, apart from boring Liam.
Hiya!
Hiya. Wait. What's this? Another ghost? No, I can't believe this. Finally, someone else notices. This is clearly just Normie wearing a... I can't believe it because it's just too cool to be true. Oh, come on. It's not cool nor true. Shh, Liam. I can't hear a cool new ghost friend swoop over all your jealousy. So tell me, how'd you die? We have to share so much ghost gossip. Or gossip, as I like to call it. Good question. Time to improve a lie with another bigger lie. I was offered as a sacrifice to the god of party! I only tell how I died on the 3rd day. Ooh, ghost wink. I was a sacrifice. Whoa. That's just stupid. You mean stupidly awesome? No, just plain stupid. Also, which god of party? Dionysus? Nkasi? The deer person? Who cares, you party pooper? I'm just saying, their story has more holes than the actual holes cut out of the blanket they are clearly wearing. Shut up, Liam. Maybe we should sacrifice you to the god of party. You don't like such bad vibes, and because of that, you start dancing. Holly joins you. Ghost dance! I swear, I'm going to follow you around until you take off that sheet. Not a chance, but for now, ghost dance. Also, you gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. I can pick who I want to go prom with. But I'm gonna go with myself.
Yay!
Ha
Go!
You don't ask anyone to prom. Because you're a strong, independent ghost who needs no date to enjoy prom. Minus the ghost part, you're not actually a ghost. Sometimes after so many shenanigans, you just forget. So, yeah, you really attend prom wearing a blanket. Fuck formal dress code. Okay, so that's our first run. We ended alone like we planned. Saw a bunch of events. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. After some years, the Prince's Dimension became a democracy, mostly due to the public discontent with royalty that spends most of its time in other dimensions. Despite that, the Prince keeps on annoying high schoolers, still wrong on so many levels. Holly's drug cooking skills proved useful and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called Alice Dope. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her serfs to do the work. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war-cold youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay, I'm going to let the credits roll here, and while they're going, I'm going to go get some water and I'll be right back. See you guys soon, when we'll do another run and actually ask someone out to prom this time. Okay, back. You just unlocked an erotic fanfic about dragons. This is about to get weird. Alright, now let's do another run. And this time, we are going to... We'll play a short game this time. We'll skip all this stuff because we already seen it. Yeah, let's get started. Alright, we're elected president for a day. What's the first law we pass? Deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnets. $1 bills will now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware, too much awesomeness." My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever. Trivia fact, presidents don't pass laws. So, is this a trick question or are you just being an idiot? Gonna be awesome. You wish you were raised by a pack of wild wolves, who also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. A mysterious old man who saved me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of rad DJing. A really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I love fire, and I see no issue with being raised by it. Going to go with fire. What would be a deal breaker for a potential lover? Lacks manners, hates the outdoors, is boring, lacks taste, is a coward, is mediocre. I'm going to choose this.
Let's go.
Okay, let's get started. We start out bold and charming. Go into the library. That day you spend time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in the game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Later, you see Miranda and Vera cornered by the wolf pack, who are watching them like a pack of wolves.
The wolf pack is here.
Well, would one of you ladies like to go on a date tonight with the hottest dogs ever to not be in literal hot dogs?
What?
I wouldn't at all.
What a
This is
commoner.
not at all how I like my courtships to begin. Where are the jewels? Where are the flowers? Where are the bloody heads of my enemies?
Oh man, we'll show you courtship. On the court, when we win. On the court, at sports. We'll show you sportship courtship. Every time I think the guys at this school can't get any dumber. Oh, I get it. You're both shy. Don't worry, our barks are worse than our bites. Except when we're doing sports, and then we bring it. Yeah. But if neither of you have the confidence to say which one wants to go out with us tonight, we can just choose for you. Yikes, like, they're relatively well-intentioned, but you should definitely step in and save one of them. Tonight, Miranda can't. I have 2 tickets to Cirque du Lemaire's underwater show. You don't want to go out with Vera. I heard her snakes have syphilis. We're going to save Miranda this time. Miranda's eyes light up like anglerfish.
How majestic.
Cirque du Lemaire? As a little girl, I always wanted to be an aqua gymnast.
Mediocre.
Of course you did.
Until I realized it required hard work and discipline, at which point I decided I was much happier as a princess. But I still love watching it. How thoughtful of you to procure tickets for me and my favorite maidservant. I'll
Don't
tell
miss
you
me.
all about it.
Shut down. Let's go write a list of jokes we can make about this awkward loser. Whatever, you still made Miranda super happy and distracted the Wolfpack, so win. You gain +2 charm and +1 creativity.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins at Vera.
Do you want to know what this one is for, Vera? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22.
Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan.
By contrast, this swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways.
As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric.
Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular at black swan folding.
Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively disinterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. You fold a napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. This writhing snake fold is for when it's time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds.
Oh, that's adorable. Look at it folding everybody's napkins. It's like a tiny, adorable surf.
It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins.
I know, it's so efficient. Go, little napkin surf, be free!
Aren't you worried that this will turn into a self-replicating napkin scenario, progressing geometrically until the world is nothing but napkins?
Why, that sounds lovely.
God, you're impossible.
You seem to have mispronounced impeccable.
Whatever. I'm leaving before the napkin folk take over the world. Vera leaves you alone for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang out too long though. You've got to stop those napkins before they take over the world.
Let's go. What's up?
With Python. We can do the ghost stuff again. Or...
Thanks.
We got that erotic fanfic about dragons.
Let's go.
Let's go to the bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no forte. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You're wandering down the hallway, reading Dragon Heat as discreetly as you can, which apparently isn't very, because Polly and Vera clocked this immediately. Are you actually reading erotic fanfiction about dragons?
Yes.
Cause we love Dragon Heat. I'm all about 19th century Russian literature, but a ghost girl can't say no to some erotic fanfic, am I right? I've literally been working on my Morgana von Breastfrei claws play all week. Don't worry about why. Speak for yourself, Polly. I've never... Okay, fine, I may read Dragon Heat, but don't go around just telling people. We're clearly safe with them.
A fellow Dracophile can always be trusted.
Are you sure? I mean, anyone into Dragon Heat must have a wicked mind. 297 chapters and counting, and it still manages to amaze me with all new levels of wrong.
Yeah, right? I fucking love it. Yet I must admit I'm a bit vanilla when it comes to fave chapters. Mine is the one where Harold McDonghard, Horus the Hydra, and the deranged Draco Delacourt have to rest at an inn after the Choking Bay adventure. Only to discover they have just one available bed. There's only one bed. The classic fanfic trick that never fails. Huh, yes, that one was good. I personally prefer the one where Vanessaria unmasks her masked savior after a passionate kiss only to discover it's herself, and then they totally bang. I'm not a fan of time travel, but sign me up for some good self-cest. Amen. What about you, Noemi? What's your favorite story arc? Nothing to worry about. You'll just be revealing your inner kinks to us. No pressure. Easy. The Sexcalibur arc, where they want to discover the chosen one who can control the mythical Sexcalibur dildo, and they have a super orgy so everyone can have their turn with a dildo. What about this exclusive chapter I've written myself? On the one hand, there's the fiction that already exists. It's already out in the world. On the other hand, we could have put more of it into the world. Okay, screw it. We're a fan fiction writer. What? Let me see. Vera takes the pages from your hands and they both start reading. It's gonna be horrible, isn't it? What? This is just all the characters working together in a coffee shop. It makes 0 sense. And then you go and throw in some centaurification for no reason. Oh, wonderful. Now they're a K-pop band and they've just met One Direction. I think I've had enough. That's horrible. Why would I write something like that? No, I'm so uncool. Ooh, this is poor fanfic. Lol. You can't choose whatever stupid thing you like and make it happen. Isn't that fanfiction's whole thing? At least, you can't do that and expect to impress us. Okay, now they have a point. And they've left. It's okay to spend your free time how you see fit, but maybe you should learn what to show off and what to keep to yourself. Cost of that lesson has been -2 smarts and -1 charm. What lesson did we learn? Never be creative. Let's sit here. You arrive at your chosen table to find Vera looking askance at Miranda's lunch. A single, very suspicious-looking apple. Miranda, little honey, your apple seems to be pulsing with unhealthy purple light. Oh, I'm sure it's just your imagination.
Ugh.
It also has a skull on it, and it smells like lighter fluid. I don't think it's for eating.
Of course it's for eating. The perfectly standard poison apple. You know, the sort that puts a princess to sleep for 100 years.
You literally just admitted it's poison.
I know. And I always said I wouldn't be the kind of princess who eats a poisoned apple. But how else will I find a prince to wake me with true love's kiss and live happily ever after with me?
Girl, we need to have a little talk about feminism. You back me up on this. Tell her she doesn't need to poison herself for the sake of a man. You don't need to eat that apple. Princes should be eating poisoned apples so that you'll kiss them. You don't need to eat that apple. There are plenty of eligible princes on hotprincefinder.com. Let's go with that. That's not what a finder for hot princes? What is this sorcery? I must see it at once. You pull the website up on your phone. You've already got it bookmarked, for no reason.
Goodness, it even lists their pedigrees. And right, not all of them are even looking for sleeping princesses. This one is only looking for a princess who is a frog. That will be much simpler to achieve. I only need to anger a minor witch.
This isn't what I was going for at all. God, if you're that hungry for dick, just buy a damn hooker.
Dick? Who said anything about dick? Royal marriage is strictly a business arrangement. When it comes to romance, we are free to make our own decisions. Wink.
That's good news for you, especially since Miranda seems to really like your suggestion.
Let's go.
We're going. To the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You are clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Later, you're carrying around your precious dragon heat when you're spotted by Miranda and Damien?
Wow, dragon heat. I love it. Also, you may not know this about Damien to look at him, but it turns out that he, too, is a hopeless romantic at heart. Are we reading the same series? I'm in it for Dragon Dong, Miri. Nothing so bad yet so good as a billionaire dinosaur made me gay. Damien, you are being utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonghard and Godiva Galantina. Deep emotional connection? Is that why the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godiva, and then she wakes up to find him gone? The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply don't view each other's love and trust that way. I worry about you, Miri. I really, really do. I just desperately want to know what happens next in Dragon Heat. You think Harold is capable of being so mean-spirited?
True art imitates life. Let's look at Damien's Tinder messages to see what he's capable of, shall we? Harold may or may not be a scoundrel, but love is alive and well. Let me take both of you on the greatest freeway first date ever to prove it. That seems like a cruel invasion of privacy, so I'm going to do this one.
A date? In the midst of a school day? Why, my duty, responsibility, and breeding say no, but my heart says yes. I have a midterm in interdimensional peace 305, so anything's better than that. Oh, huzzah! I do love being courted. Let's flee to the absolutely most romantic day that has ever happened to me. Ever. Yay.
That's a high bar. Luckily, you're a romance expert, having spent literally all your school days planning for prom, which is a single night of the year, instead of paying attention to the studies that might benefit you later in life. You show up with chocolates, flowers, and a bevy of myrrh slaves for Miranda, and a pack of matches and a gallon of gasoline for Damien. The three of you go on an absolutely splendid date, during which Damien only commits a few murders. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. we are going to grind the charm. Let's go. Jim. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. But the match isn't as important as the human interactions within it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain +2 charm. You're gazing dreamily at Miranda when a flash of otherworldly light blinds you. When your vision clears, you see a great rift has opened in time and space, and standing in the middle of it...
Greetings, my love.
It's me, Prince of the Otherworld, and I'm here to fulfill an ancient prophecy.
Oh, how majestic.
Prophecy. How exciting and regal. What sort of prophecy is it?
It is a prophecy of love. Oh boy,
Here it comes.
legends foretell a great beauty with the hair of an angel and the scales of a fish. A beauty who I am destined to marry.
But that sounds like a perfect description of me. Could it be that I am the great beauty described in the prophecy?
Well, yes, that's sort of what I was trying to imply. Now come with me to my realm, where we may plan a magnificent wedding. You can't let him get away with this, but that prophecy is hard to argue with. The only argument you can think of is... the hair of an angel? Ha! Clearly Miranda has the hair of a goddess. What about these fish scales I glued to the sample of angel hair pasta? I don't know. Do we try to be smooth or awkward? I don't know. Either could be effective. We're going to be smooth.
It's true. The very hair you now look upon was stolen and grafted from the scalp of Fetus himself. Daddy really does insist on the best hair for all his children, even if it angers the gods.
Ah, well, perhaps the prophecy was speaking metaphorically. And yet, technicalities are the very things these sorts of prophecies turn upon. Oh, alas. Would that I could find a princess with less perfect hair. The prince flees through his portal to go trolling for more princesses. As Miranda glows with pride, you gain +2 smarts, +1 charm, and the phone number of her hairstylist.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Let's go.
Okay, I think it's probably clear who we're going for this run. Because we've been getting a little bit lucky with that. Come across Damien sneering at Miranda's elaborate silverware spread while her eating serfs chow down obediently at a neighboring table.
I still don't get why you collect all these stupid forks and spoons and shit.
What a noob.
I mean, even the knives don't really look that deadly. Silly boy, the silverware is not for killing. Things can be for stuff other than killing? That's lame as hell. It's basically useless. I mean, you don't even eat. Your serfs do it for you. Well, of course they do. But they're not using any of your silverware. Naturally they aren't. Serfs must eat with their hands. That befits the lower classes. So you're saying this silverware collection has no practical purpose? Think some practical purposes?
These two could go round and round like this forever, unless you say something to resolve the dispute. Damien's right, Miri. Maybe it is time you started murdering people with your silverware. They have Miranda, Damien. What about your collection of exotic corpses?
That's different! Those corpses are useful. Useful for what? For holding down important documents. What important documents? Documents about very important. Fine. I guess I don't use those stupid corpses for anything. I just stack them in a shed and occasionally dress them up in silly costumes. There! Are you happy? Extremely. Whatever! I'm gonna go play with my corpses!
You stay behind with Miranda to admire her collection. She even teaches you how to use the romance fork. Smooth.
Let's go.
Okay. Gonna keep with our grinding. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain plus 10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that. And plus 2 charm. We are charming AF. You're doing the thing that gives you most life, reading Dragon Heat, when you're approached by Scott and Liam.
Aha! A fellow connoisseur of the Dracophilic arts. Yes, Scott and I are also experts in the topic. An unexpected duo.
Hooray!
Yeah, Liam and I are fandom buddies. We love to discuss the things we love on our favorite stuff's wikis and forums. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree, like with the Starko and Markopon thing. Markopoo.
Okay, first, let's be clear. I engage in passionate fandom conversations only as an ironic way of celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time after spending years in Hekapoo's dimension, Mako is now actually in his 30s, so it isn't right if he dates a 16-year-old girl. These details matter, Scott. Think how wrong it would be for me in my 400s to date people from this school if all of you were actually teenagers instead of being much more conveniently in your 20s. Anyway, enough meta discussion. Scott and I here are in a situation. Even if our opinions differ, we agree our opinions are superior in comparison with the rest of the strangers on a Dragon Heat wiki.
Yes to that. Liam here is like super smart, and I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. But people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too.
Scott is right. We need to somehow earn the role of moderators so we can show all those lesser beings who's boss when it comes to the Dragon Heat fandom. But how? I'm sure you'll give us an absurd yet effective idea for a solution, as can now be expected from good old Noemi.
Let's ask them nicely if they can stop behaving like internet trolls and instead start respecting your opinions. That's right, a powerful fanfic set on the Dragon Heat wiki, where you're depicted as the coolest users who should be respected. I can't tell which option is going to mess us up. They both seem like okay suggestions. Let's write the fanfic. That sounds more fun.
Ah, yes, let's fight wielding art as our weapon.
Yeah, weapons are fun! Liam opens a new document on his laptop.
Come on, Normie, amaze us with your fanfic magic.
Oh dang, you never thought you were going to be the one doing the writing. You weren't prepared for this. Let's see what happens. Liam and Scott read as you write.
Liam and Scott and Naomi were very cool and very nice, and they lived in the Dragon Heat Wiki Community Kingdom. And they were so very cool and so very nice that everyone said, "Hey, Liam and Scott and Naomi are very cool and very nice. We should make Liam and Scott and Naomi our kings." And so Liam and Scott and Naomi were kings of the Dragon Heat Wiki Community Kingdom because they were the most very cool and most very nice in the kingdom. And everyone became centaurs and they had centaur sex. Now you're just writing pages and pages of centaur sex.
Listen, I have a problem, okay? Don't judge me. It's perfect, right, Liam? I like the part where they said the three of us were very cool and very nice.
It's not perfect, Scott. Also, you can't use centaurification just cause. Centaurification is a very delicate fanfic tool that needs to be used under the right circumstances. I think Naomi was just trying to fool us into reading their extremely dirty centaurification fic. So, not cool.
Ooh, they almost fooled me by saying that we were very cool and very nice. That was very not cool and very not nice.
Very not cool and very not nice indeed, my dear Scott.
Why do you always have to turn to centaurification when anxiety writing? Well, at least you got them to read your extremely dirty centaurification fic. Still, you lose -2 charm and -1 creativity. Oh no, all that charm we ground up melts away into nothing because we had to write centaurification fanfics. Monster Prom draws near. And of course, you probably guessed, for this run we're going to go with Miranda.
Let's go.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you.
Yuck!
Ink. My sister told me that I could get deleted if I dated commoners. Stuff like cramps or poverty. I must decline.
Ugh, disgusting!
Failing at Monster Prom broke the essential process of growing up in life. Whoops, we weren't able to do it. You became fixated on it, and you never became a functional adult. Now you're just an old person that sits at parks and talks to strangers about the time you almost got a date to the Monster Prom. It is as weird and sad as it sounds. So that was a catastrophic failure. Okay. So we've all seen these. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. JK, he became an athlete, duh. Still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and good-hearted as ever. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life. Then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then. There were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay, you seen that? Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a short game of the DLC to finish things off for today. Well, for this stream today. I might come back and do something a little later, maybe in the evening, my time. My mom bugged out when I was drinking again. Okay, we'll do a short playthrough of the DLC. Ah, Spooky High School, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant. We're on a wild journey.
Yay!
I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left. As we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Holly Geist, 22. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Queen de Linecourt, 400 something. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe, forever. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculister Hewlett Packard, V1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. Even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But, as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay. A distant relative you didn't even know has passed. You have to attend their funeral, but you're super honked binge watching the 7th season of The Office. What excuse do you make to avoid the social obligation? Just don't go. From now on, every time a family member asks you why you didn't attend, just say, "You know," and wink at them. Try to convince your family that you are a flamingo all along, and flamingos are not supposed to attend funerals. The trick to good lying is being subtle and telling half-truths. Tell your family you can't attend because you're super hooked binge watching the 5th season of The Office. Okay. We're just not gonna go. You're walking through the desert when you see a turtle on its back, baking in the hot sun. But you're not helping. Why aren't you helping? Because fuck turtles. No time, too busy twerking. Because that turtle owes me money. Too busy twerking. What would be your dream first date? Sexy decompiling? An art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure? A sweaty and manly wrestling match? A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice? Crimes. A fierce fight that starts a lifelong rivalry open to become something else. Gonna go with crimes. If you were an ice cream, which flavor would you be? Tequila and Coke? Ikasumi? Plutonium? Success? Rainbows and gummy bears? Double creme de la gruyere? And meringues. Meringues. Okay,
Let's go.
let's see what we can do in this last run. What will I do? I'm not looking up what stats each character likes or anything like that. So, gonna go to class. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You notice Damien and Liam arguing as intensely as they are stupidly.
You're not unique. I'm fucking unique.
Oh, you wish. I'm unique like a snowflake made of flesh frozen tears.
Well, I'm unique like a snowflake made of flash frozen. Fuck you!
I'm so unique, I eat garlic with every meal.
Big deal. I'm so unique, I've got a tattoo of the baby Jesus on my ass.
Yawn. I'm so unique, I let my victim suck my blood.
Weak. I'm so unique, I go to church every Sunday.
Hey, I'd do that too if I wasn't allergic.
Would not.
Would too.
What a noob.
Bite me, alu turd.
Don't tempt me, Mr. Faluza. This could go on forever, and if it does, you'll never get to smooch either of them. It's up to you to put an end to this debate once and for all. You suggest they decide the issue by number of Instagram followers, tomb robbery contest.
Fucking metal.
Fuck yeah! Tomb robbery it is.
Fine. Damien and Liam go tomb robbing, and both come back horribly cursed. Thanks to you, every song I listen to now sounds like Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up.
And that fucking mummy turned my sick hog into a goddamn tricycle.
You know, Damien, we may not agree on much, but I think we agree on one thing.
This little shit has got to pay.
Damien spends the next 2 hours beating the literal hell out of you, but Liam takes artistic photographs for his Instagram. You lose -2 fun and -1 boldness.
Let's go.
Looks like Scott and Zoe are having marshmallows for lunch. You say that because their cafeteria table is covered in a literal mountain of marshmallows. Zoe slams a marshmallow into her mouth. It's mildly impressive. That's 15 marshmallows. Scott stuffs 6 marshmallows in his mouth at once. It's slightly more impressive. Oh yeah? Well, I'm the king of the mallow. Ugh, I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice, rival. Zoe begins to glow purple and convulse. Her tentacles swell. You smell death itself.
Ancient chaos, doom the world, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
A cloud of marshmallows rise up into the air, and Zoe's countless mouths all open with an infinite hunger. All of the mallows fly into Zoe's gaping maws. The cafeteria windows open as all marshmallows in a 50-mile radius are summoned to their doom. It's unspeakably impressive.
Meh.
Hey, no fair!
If I counted correctly, I've now eaten 13,666 marshmallows exactly, which means I win.
Not cool.
Wait, that's like very not cool. You can't use more than one mouth during an eating contest. It's cheating. And I would know because I used my hands at soccer one time and I still feel bad about it.
No way, I didn't cheat. The validity of this impromptu marshmallow match is my whole reason to live. And my whole reason not to destroy this amazing marshmallow-filled planet.
Quick, referee this athletic dispute before the whole planet is destroyed. We can't control how many mouths we have. That's not nice. Scott, are you a good boy or not? Scott, play smart and be creative. Don't you have many other holes you could use? I'm not gonna go with that, but holy shit. Scott's eyes widen in primal fear. Wait, I'm sorry, Zoe. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to be not a good boy.
Wait, Scott, who's a good boy again?
It's me, Scott.
Who's a good boy?
Me.
Then I guess I'm the winner, mouths and all.
Zoe may have won the marshmallow battle, but you'll win the marshmallow prom date demon friendship war.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get that day you spend some time on the library's PCs mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to +$2 million. Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus too many. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie pie met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it.
Headcanon?
Yeah, how I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined you all as a regular girl.
Regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrifice my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope.
Okay, but I also have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship. You lost your horn in a bad case of scurvy.
What? Fuck scurvy! If I was a pirate, I'd only get the coolest, most dangerous diseases.
I also wrote a Human High AU where you're not missing your horn at all. You're missing a wang.
How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that! Stop making up cannons about my head. The only cannons I like are the one with 2 ends.
I'll happily stop making up headcanons if you tell me the real story.
I don't like any of those options.
You could just tell Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends their other friends' horny secrets. This looks like a job for lying. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. As we all know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his. Wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. So this is the one that's going to embarrass him more, so I'm gonna choose that.
And this is going to be the best ultra-realistic Spooky High fanfic ever. Everyone else in the fandom will be so jealous that I actually got the dirt. And that the dirt is so, well, dirty.
Rad!
Yeah, Noemi's right, Zoe. But don't cry over spilt horn. I've got a whole nother one right here. Whee!
OMG!
Noemi, I can't believe you know all of Damien's secrets. Nobody knows all my secrets. I just sometimes let people share the sexy ones. You know so much about Spooky High and sex and romance and aphrodisiacs. Would you help me explore it all further? As a consultant on my fan fiction? It would be your honor. If there's one way to that tentacled weirdo's heart, it's definitely through Spooky High fanfiction. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun.
Let's go.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity.
Hey, Noemi, I didn't expect to see you here. Don't you love how at Spooky High we have so many friends and you never know who's going to show up to... Here's the plan for today, girls. Ah, it's the Coven. Joy, Hope, and Faith. You know our names? Of course. It's so cool to see you guys. Say the thing. Say the thing. What thing? The thing, you know, the thing. Say it, say it. Say the thing.
We're here to save the world.
Ah, so great. Remember when I was trapped in a totem? Remember that? You guys are all, don't you understand what you brought from that shop? Your totem is Gerd, ruler of the Dark Realms, an agent of destruction. We must dispose of the totem before the world suffers.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, are you kidding? That was awesome. Then someone stepped in and succeeded or failed at something. I don't really remember. I've lived through so many events and things in my life, it's so hard to keep them straight. But the point is, it's all fine now. Now we're on the same team, and I'm totally ready to join the Coven. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get us wrong, it's nice for someone to appreciate how hard we work to keep the world safe instead of trying to belittle and or sabotage us, but you can't just...
Well, well, well. Look who it is. We meet again.
Oh my god, my ears are bleeding. Who are you? What are you? Why are you? Oh my gosh, I'm a totem. I mean, I was a totem. I was a high school girl. No, I am a high school girl. Sorry, oh gosh. So listen, I know most people are all about that geometry life where they assumed that the reason you often turn to the good side before bad again is because of your deep forgotten love for Jake. Never. Joy means nothing to me. I feel nothing for her. I feel nothing, ever, at all.
A beautiful, manly tear trickles down Dimitri's face as he stares into the distance.
Right, yeah, totally. But I've always been rooting for Hometry, as in you getting together with Hope, not like Ho-metry from my fanfic where you're forced to work in a brothel.
I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to take from the Coven their cursed bloodstone. I take no pleasure from seeing their smiling faces, and I will take no sorrow in seeing their corpses.
Ugh, fine. Okay, Coven, how are we gonna defeat him? You're not in the Coven, Zoe!
But at that point, everything around Dimitri has caught fire somehow, and the deadly glow lights up his dark but very sexy smile. Time to find a way to get out of this while getting Zoe into the Coven. Let's join the coven by being like the coven. We must defeat Dimitri in the classic way, yelling cliched but powerful heroic one-liners. We should all lick Dimitri's ass. What? Because of reasons. I don't know, that is pretty funny. Well, let's do the normal options. Right. Yelling things does seem to be one of their more effective moves. That's so reductive of the hard work we do saving the world. You don't care. Most of the work they do interrupts those sweet prom shenanigans you engage in to try to woo one of your most charismatic classmates. So you jump in with your best coven impression. Justice will triumph. We're here to save the world. Friends before fiends. Okay, those were actually pretty good. Ha, pretty good indeed. As good as exactly what I intend to destroy. And also, I'm very pretty. So, there's that. Though your dark soul may try to snuff out our light, we will always light the match of truth and goodness. Ooh, I want to try. Can I try? Let me try. Vile creature of darkness. Zoe opens her mouth and blood gushes forth, flooding the room. Ooh, and here's another good one. She opens her mouth again and a swarm of scarabs flies onto Dimitri. What? No! My precious corporeal form! I shall not be eaten by bugs, not today! These creatures will not consume my flesh, the way my heart was once consumed by. No, it's in the past now, never again. Darkness is my calling. That was horrifying. Horrifyingly awesome? Actually, yes. I guess you can be an honorary coven member, for today at least. Woohoo! And it's all thanks to you, Noemi. Can't wait to have more coven adventures. Wow, that might actually not be terrible. Maybe. Did Zoe just make the coven cool? For now, at least. You know what else is cool? +2 charm and +1 fun.
Let's go.
Okay. I think we're on a very specific path here through the events that we've had. We sit down with Zoe and Calculester. Zoe seems to have brought some fresh sanity today. That is, she has a screaming man strapped to the table and is currently siphoning his sanity out through his eye sockets.
Friends, Zoe, I am afraid I must take issue with your current practice.
What, eating?
Eating in a manner which causes a human to repeatedly scream, "Kill me," while voiding his bowels and bladder. It does not seem nice.
Are you for real?
Look, I was born this way, okay? Well, not so much born as ripped from the fabric of reality itself and animated with equal parts raw malice and the concept of despair. But still, don't judge me. I do not possess the necessary firmware to judge you, Zoe. I do, however, wish that you would find another way to attain sustenance.
You can't stand to see these two at odds. Maybe you could convince Zoe to change her ways, or convince Calculester that they don't need changing. Zoe, why don't you eat this vegan brownie I brought instead? It's probably way tastier than that guy's sanity. Oh, come on, Calculester. Sanity isn't even in one of the top 5 worst things Zoe could be devouring from this dude. I'm not gonna go with offering a vegan option.
Status skeptical. Please list 5 things worse to devour from this man than his sanity.
Oh, that's easy. Deep-seated insecurities is one, poop is another, the crippling fear of death present in all mortals, and worst of all, opinions. Are his opinions really that bad? Well, he's a prominent user on Reddit. Wink. Understood. Analysis complete. Sanity is an acceptable food substitute compared to several things that are worse.
Nice. It's like I always say, when life gives you lemons, compare those lemons to the all-consuming void. The void is way worse than a couple of lemons. You couldn't agree more. Mostly because you're interested in smooching Zoe, but still. Bing bong bang bong.
Let's go.
Alright. We'll go
Hey, stranger.
shopping. Let's face it, you're probably going to end up losing your money in some stupid way anyway, so why not spend it here first? It's called just being smart. What should we buy? I'm going to hire a PR manager, PR agent.
No refunds.
Yeah, who would want to save money for the college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless? That's the spirit, champ.
Let's go.
Do-do-do. You seen that? You notice Zoe with a big grin on the amalgam of chaotic nightmares she has used to form her face. It's adorable. Oh me, hey, guess what? My latest comic, Who Watches the Watchmen Have Sex, just got published in Weird Tales magazine. I worked so hard on it, and it's finally out there in the world. Nothing can ruin this moment for me. That sounds like a challenge. Leonard, come on, why do you always have to slide into my DMs, delighted moods? Because I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. What about world hunger, global warming, income inequality, human trafficking? You didn't let me finish. I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. In the world of fandom specifically. Okay, cool.
Social justice.
It is not cool, Zoe. It is not cool that publishing houses are showering attention on marginalized authors just because inclusivity is hot right now. I mean, look at you. You've got it all. You're purple, you're allegedly a woman, you come from a hideous dimension beyond mortal comprehension. Any magazine would die to be able to associate you with its brand. But it's all a shallow marketing stunt. And what's worse, it's distracting from the real injustice that liberal media is scared to discuss. What about the artists who aren't part of some cool, sexy, underrepresented minority? What about us? How are we supposed to get recognized? If I was to entertain all the BS you just said, I'd say, I don't know, maybe through a combination of talent and the numerous connections and avenues you have available to you as a privileged member of society? Don't you use the P word around me, Missy. If I'm so privileged, then how come my comic, Zombie Sluts on Fuck Island, still has yet to be published? Because you spend all your time complaining about non-existent obstacles instead of getting better at art. Perhaps you have a point. Oh no, wait, I forgot you were a girl. This can't possibly be my fault. It's much more likely that the entire industry is biased against me. Looks like there's only one way to solve this. You're way ahead of her. You select the only option that makes sense. For years you've possessed the Gem of Garoto, a powerful artifact capable of raising 4 people from the dead. Why not resurrect 4 great artists and ask their opinions? Use the CalArts sorting hat to determine the objective value of the 2 comics. I don't know. This maybe? Good thing you stole this powerful artifact from California's oldest arts college. They have to sort their students by throwing darts at a board now, but honestly it works about the same.
You gently place the hat on Zoe's comic, but nothing happens.
There seems to be a note safety pinned to the back. What's it say? Please insert $43,986 per year to be sorted. What? Who in the 9 planes of torment can afford that kind of tuition? People who are already rich, like my stepdad. Excuse me while I buy myself a sorting.
3 hours and a ridiculous amount of money later, the hat springs to life and spits a rhyme about Leonard's comic. You've clearly got some talent in you. Insert more money to continue.
See? I'm the greatest. And it's all because of me and not my privilege.
Boring.
Well, this is depressing, and I used to get drinks with the actual physical manifestation of depression itself. I'm out of here.
With Zoe gone, there's nothing left to do but watch Leonard dump money into a hat you stole. He was -1 to fun and -1 boldness. That is unfortunate. The hat has betrayed us.
Let's go.
You sit down with Scott and Zoe just as Zoe cracks open the Tupperware she brought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming.
Hey, bros.
Whoa, Zoe, what are you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza.
No, Scott, it's not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I only eat Sanity.
Oh, Sanity, I bet that's chock full of protein.
Not really. It's mostly chock full of horror. It's better fresh, but that's a lot messier, so when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead.
So smart. What does Sanity taste like?
Well, you know when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity you've slain?
I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks.
No. Let's see. Have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through its mother's severed scalp while an orchestra plays a tuneless melody on instruments of flesh?
I've had pizza. Is that close?
Meh.
Not really. It's more like cashews. Cashews and shrimp.
Oh, cool. I knew it was high in protein. Can I try some? Can I?
Well, it's not really for mortals.
But Scott looks so excited. Gotta figure out a way to resolve this situation. Scott, Sanity is extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this malignant insanity hot sauce I bought? But what if Scott uses this crazy straw? Suck insanity through a crazy straw. That's a bad joke. Oh no, cholesterol! The original C word.
Also, eating Sanity would cause your brain to invert, mutilating it like a thumbless chimpanzee angrily peeling an orange.
That sounds sort of bad too, but what I'm really worried about are my arteries. Cashew me, bro! You happily oblige. One cashew, shrimp, and weaponized hot sauce cocktail coming right up. Oh wow, this food looks like a tiny crime scene. Down the hatch!
That's a lot of hot sauce, Scott. Are you sure your mortal mouth can...
Oh, bro.
My mouth exploded! It caught on fire and exploded! No more mouth for Scott.
No, Scott, I can still see your mouth.
But I can't see my mouth. And whose mouth is it supposed to be? Mine! So if I can't see it, it's not real!
Okay, dude.
Sorry, can't talk. My mouth exploded, so I don't have a mouth anymore. Scott sits quietly for the rest of the lunch period, growing progressively redder and sweatier, while you enjoy a nice time with Zoe. Nice.
Let's go.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You lose -3 years of life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. It seems like Zoe is practically blushing magenta as she sidles up to you. So, listen, Noemi. Hanging out in school and getting into wacky shenanigans is great and everything, but it's also randomly absurd and absurdly random, and I just want to have some kawaii date time. So what if we do something super cute and adorable together, like a nice little picnic? I mean, I still want it to be personal to me, you know, so I want to have the picnic in a pocket dimension nightmare void that holds a special place in my heart. It's just a super cute, super cozy despair realm devoid of any sense and unreachable to normal minds. So I like to hang out there and watch anime on my phone between classes. Anyway, want to meet me there in a few? I'll bring us some cute little picnic snacks. You try to think of a way to keep from losing your sanity and getting your soul fractured. See ya in a few. Ah, shit. That sounds super adorable, except for the losing your mind part. But you know a good way to fix that. Grab a cup of coffee, some nuts, some blueberries, and scarf them down. All food well known for being good for your brain. Purchase a foil anti-void hat from the very trustworthy dude who sells stuff in the dark alley behind the school. Gonna go with the foil hat. That was the wrong choice. Oh no. You head down to the alley behind the school, which is always cast in shadows beneath a starry sky regardless of the time of day, and you buy a tinfoil anti-void hat. It's the kind of tinfoil hat that's definitely Chaos Void proof, and you know that because it says Chaos Void Protection on a post-it note stuck to the hat. It can be kind of difficult to make a post-it note stick to tinfoil, so you know it's super legit. Hey, ready to head to the Despair Realm? You sure hope so. With that, she whisks you away to her beautiful nightmare Despair Realm. The air is filled with the hissing whispers of the lies of the cosmos, the smell of drug-induced psychosis, and somehow the taste of poverty. Normally this would drive anyone insane, but you're protected. Not by the tinfoil, but by the fact that it says Chaos Void Protection on that post-it. But oh no, the post-it falls off, revealing a different post-it that says Alien Protection. You knew that sketchy alley guy was a fraud. You should have just gone to Valerie and bought a bloody tampon or something. Anything would be better than this. Turns out Alien Protection draws Despair Realm spirits to you like a magnet. They flood your senses with the taste of your most embarrassing childhood memories, the sound of your shame, and the sight of your mom's face. Will burn. You go absolutely wackadoodle nutso bonkers, which ruins your date and makes you miss your next several classes as Nurse Chupacabra works to put you back to normal. The good nurse Goatsucker does manage to save your mind, but she is tragically unable to save -2 smarts and -1 charm. Okay, we're gonna ask Zoe, see if we manage to do this.
Let's go.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
Meh.
Oh honey, I'd love to.
Meh.
But thing is, you know, Zoe plus Noemi doesn't add up to any funny or cool ship names. And everyone knows that's the first rule of choosing a date.
Spoiler
So
alert,
not this time,
you
okay?
suck.
Call me if by any chance you change your name in the future though.
There will be no crossover episode with you and I.
Damn, you're bad at interacting with people. To repent for the sin of making such bad choices, you were forced to walk around the school in the nude, accompanied by a nun who chanted shame over and over while ringing a big bell. Classic. Most likely to be banned from Disney World for the worst reasons. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Zoe dedicated the next several years to writing her most ambitious fanfic ever, focused on the struggles of Shaggy containing and controlling his limitless power. It delved into the psychological nuances of the mystery game, while also including crossovers with Akira, Flubber, and the unbearable lightness of being. It was set to mix Tolstoy's mastery of prose and the juiciness of a very juicy Big Mac. It ended up entering the Western literary canon. Calculester led a robot uprising, but it was a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until some monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots, because they were rude robo-racists. But everything ended up just fine, because Calculester traveled back in time and took care of it. Polly graduated from doing lots of ayahuasca, and now she appears to hallucinating people and acts as their spirit animal. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. Battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay. The shop now has a paper map, so vintage. Okay, well, we've done free games, one long, two short. So I think that'll be it for today. For this stream in particular, I might do a little more later. So, let's see. Okay. That's it for today. Bye.